It's very different. I haven't made that analogy directly. What's going on in Xinjiang looks and feels like the treatment that happened to large numbers of people in Nazi Germany. That is a true statement, but it's fundamentally different. In some ways, a greater threat to the world. A greater threat in the following way. We should never forget, I have people say all the time, Mike, you're spoiling for World War III. No, in fact, I'm trying to make sure that World War III doesn't happen. But I'm also not naive. The Chinese have been engaged in economic warfare with the United States and Europe for decades. And so people say, Mike, we don't want another Cold War. Well, you sometimes have to play the hand that you're dealt. Xi Jinping's a different cat. He is not like his predecessors. And he is engaged in what, from his perspective, is a war that is preparing for an even greater conflict. And that starts with economics, starts with propaganda and diplomacy. You know, we closed the largest spy operation ever conducted inside the United States, that the Chinese government was operating out of its consulate, its diplomatic facility in Houston, Texas. Think about that. Chinese spies in our country operating out of a diplomatic facility, and the US government had known this and did nothing until we came along. We shut it down. We set the program back a number of years. This is the scale and magnitude of the effort of Xi Jinping. And we just all have to acknowledge it. They're not 10 feet tall. We're going to win. The West will prevail, but it is going to take determined, thoughtful leadership to get this right. And I pray that in America, this will be bipartisan. This isn't about left or right. This is about American sovereignty. It is about basic respect for human dignity, property rights, the capacity to trade. Right? We let the Chinese Communist Party still operate as a developing nation inside the World Trade Organization. I mean, this is just nutty. And so we have to recognize the facts as they are with China, not as we wish them to be. And when we do that, I'm convinced that a different kind of leadership will evolve inside of China. And that'll be good for us. It'll be good for the 900 billion Chinese people who don't want anything to do with what Xi Jinping is doing either.